Hi and welcome back to another Endless Tech video. In this video I am going to be making a gaming PC for under $150. So let's get right into it. So as you can probably tell from the thumbnail, I am going to be using a Dell Optiplex 3010 for this build. I got this one for $26 from eBay, which was a complete steal, as I got this one with a Core i3-3220 and 4GB of DDR3 RAM. Or so I thought. The listing also mentioned the PC would not include a hard drive, but I was fine with that as they don't cost very much these days. The PC had a couple of light scratches and marks, but considering its age I think it is in pretty good condition. Okay. Now that we have talked about all of that, I really want to open this PC up, put in an HDD and see if this PC actually works. So opening this PC up, I was surprised to see that the PC already had a 250GB WD Blue HDD in it, as the listing said that it would not include a hard drive. But I'm not complaining. So without really looking inside, I put the side panel back on and connected all the wires to test it out. Turning the PC on for the very first time, it booted straight into Windows 10, which was very relieving, as I did not want to wait half an hour for Windows to download, and also that the PC works of course. Now you may remember, earlier on, I said in the listing it said that this PC would come with a Core i3-3220, which it did. However, going into system specs, I was thrilled to see that it actually came with a Core i5-3470. This was even better as this was the CPU I was planning to put in here for one of the upgrades, and is much better than the CPU originally listed. Now don't worry, I did message the seller asking him if it was a mistake and if he would like the PC back. They replied saying it was a mistake on their behalf, but I could keep the PC as sending it back would also cost them. This PC turned out to be a mega bargain. Now with this out the way, I was more excited than ever to clean the system up and upgrade it. To clean this PC I am going to be using 99.9% isopropyl alcohol. Now that the PC is all cleaned up, let's talk about the upgrades and prices. For the first upgrade, I got 16GB of DDR3 1333MHz RAM for only £24 or $29. I think this was a decent price compared to the $40 sticks I was seeing. For the second upgrade, I went with a 120GB Kingston A400 SSD, which cost me £10 or $12. This is the SSD I use in most of my builds and recommend most people to buy, as it is super budget friendly and will definitely boost those boot and load times. Upgrading your old hard drive to an SSD is a must in 2023, and the difference is honestly night and day. For the third and final upgrade, I got the MSI GT1030, 2GB, low profile, overclocked, GPU. I got a good deal on this card, paying only £65 or $78. Yes, it is a bit pricey for a 2GB card, but this is because I needed the low-profile version, so it could fit into the actual PC. Low-profile cards always tend to cost a bit more than the regular cards as it is smaller and doesn't use any external power. But if you do have a regular size PC that could fit a regular size GPU in it, there are loads of great cards out there with more gigabytes and cost around the same as this one. Right, let's see the total cost of the build. Okay. So for the actual PC I got from eBay, I paid £22 or $26. For the 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM I paid £24 or $29, which I also got from eBay. For the 120 gigabytes Kingston SSD I paid £10 or $12. And for the GPU I paid £65 or $78, I got this GPU from my local marketplace. It was listed as £80 but eventually got the price down to $65. So, the total build comes to a grand total of £121 or $145. Now that this is out the way, let's put all our components in the PC. So for the SSD I used the SATA cables from the disk drive because it was the easiest method, and I won't be using it anyways. I tried to use double-sided tape to mount the SSD, but it didn't work out, so I just left it as is. This should not cause any problems to the SSD because they don't use any moving mechanical parts, so it should be more than fine like this. Installing the GPU was very easy. All I had to do was install the low-profile bracket which was included in the box, open the tab, move the PCIe slot cover down, and insert the GPU. To secure the GPU, close the tab. It's as easy as that, no screws or external wires that need plugging in. It's all done. Let's close it back up, wipe the HDD and install Windows 10 onto the SSD. Right, now that Windows has finished installing, let's test some games out. Just a quick heads up. Using OBS did make the game's FPS drop in most games. I'm not quite sure why this happens, so if you do know, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you. So there you have it, a gaming PC for $150. I think it turned out pretty well, playing a bunch of games on 720p, yes it's not 1080p or up to 2023 standards, but you have to remember that it did cost $150. The cooling in this was awesome and better than I expected and never worried me at all. The PSU also had no problems during any of the games and is still up and running. Overall I had a lot of fun on this project, it was my first time making a video like this and I know I need to improve a lot, so please let me know what I could do better in future build videos like these. I hope you enjoyed it, until next time, goodbye.